Hi, and welcome back to Whitetail Acres Farm. Well, we are definitely knee-deep into fall right now on our homestead as frost-filled mornings are becoming more and more of a norm. Our temperatures are getting into the freezing at night, and we're happy if they get into the 40s during the day. We've even had a couple flurries from time to time, so I think winter is going to be here before we know it. But we are not ready to slow down yet. We have a lot of plans as we start looking forward to a new year coming up in 2026 with new goals and new projects. So, one of our projects and goals for the new year is to expand our herd. We want to be able to start having more females that we can breed, and an important factor is having a bull that can do the breeding. So, by networking with some local farmers, we were able to get not only a few heifers, but we're also able to find a bull, and we are so excited. So we are going to get busy here on getting ready for all of our new arrivals. Now, a tricky part to getting ready for these new arrivals is that the three young heifers that we're going to be getting are too young to breed right now. And we currently have a bull that we're renting that's with our existing herd. So that way we can have the existing herd bred for, babies next year. But we can't have that bull mingle with these young heifers. It would just be detrimental to not only the heifer's health, but then if the heifers did get pregnant, to the baby's health. So we want to make sure that we keep them separate. So we're actually doing some rearranging here, and we have part of our barn that we were able to separate out from the rest of our fields. And this is where we're going to be putting those heifers when they get here. So in order to get ready for them, we wanted to make sure we leveled out the outside area. We typically use this area for either feeding out steers, or if we need to separate one of the herd for any reason, this is usually where we do it. But since we don't have anybody utilizing this space right now, we're cleaning it out, leveling out the ground, putting some stone into some low parts there. And then the most important part is putting all of the straw down, and the kids are having a blast doing that. I think it's one of their favorite jobs. And yes, it's super comfortable. So they love just resting on the hay and playing with the barn cats and just enjoying being farm kids. So we're utilizing their help. They're doing an amazing job, and we are just about ready for the heifer's arrival now. We have all of the straw down for bedding for them when they get in. We have an extra trough of water just in case, even though there's a plumbed water already in this stall. We have the feed trough here with some important minerals for their health. And we even put up a hay feeder for them in the event that they just want to relax and have some hay to eat, some dried hay, rather than going out and eating whatever's left in the fields of grass.
That's good.
It looks like we finished just in time because our delivery is just arriving and backing up to the barn. I can't wait to see these little heifers. They're probably, I don't know, about 8 months old or so right now. They just finished weaning. They are so cute and so sweet and a little shy. And one thing that we're really excited about is that we were able to find some Hereford calves. Right now, our herd is all Angus, and while we love the Angus and the meat they're able to provide, Angus sometimes have a little bit of, an attitude problem. So, in our research and in talking to other farmers, we've heard a lot of really positive things about the Herefords, and I just think they're absolutely adorable. I love their coloring, and they're supposed to have a much milder temperament. You can get into the pens with them more without having to worry so much and handle them. And they're just supposed to be very sweet. They're also supposed to be very good moms, which is also important. So we are, as we're expanding our herd here, we are starting to incorporate more Herefords in with our herd. It looks like they were able to get right off of the trailer without any problem, and we thought we were going to have to lead them into their pen area, but they knew exactly where to go somehow. So this is already turning out to be a really great experience. I am really optimistic with these girls and the life that they're going to have here on the farm with us. As they're getting settled, we have to go pick up our next new arrival, and that is a Hereford bull. Yes, Hereford bull that we will own. Also, so excited about this. So, I know I mentioned that we have a bull right now that we're renting. It's something that we've been doing the last few years, is just renting a bull, keeping them for a couple of months, making sure our girls are bred, and then giving the bull back to its owner. But one of our goals this coming year, is to be able to easily and naturally expand our herd. So we want a bull to always be with our herd and just, doing his thing whenever he's ready and whenever the girls are ready. And here he is. He is so cute. I love the little shaggy face that he has. I think he's going to be a great addition, and I can't wait for the rest of the herd to meet him. And they've been out in one of our fields grazing, and of course, they notice something's going on, and here they come running to come check out who we have, what's going on, and to be able to meet the new arrival. So let's see if we're able to get him out of the trailer as easily as we did with the heifers, and see how he does with meeting this herd. Look at them. They're just standing at attention, just waiting. It's so funny. I just love watching the animals. And here comes the bull. No problem. He came off just as easily as the other girls did. And now we have to see how he does with incorporating with this existing herd. And as expected, the first one that the new bull meets is the rented bull. So immediately the rented bull ran up to him. They're checking each other out, and it looks like they might be going head to head here to decide who is going to be the dominant one and the alpha bull, while they are both sharing the same space. Since they seem to be going at it a little bit and trying to figure out the pecking order, we're quickly trying to get our electric ropes back up in place. We want to make sure that that's all set up, so if things do happen to get out of hand, at least we'll have the electric fence to kind of stop them and pause them in their place so they don't escape. And it looks like the new bull is really trying to hold his own, but the rented bull is much older and experienced, and I have a feeling he's going to be the one to win, unfortunately. But he only has a few more weeks of being here, and then our new bull can start holding his ground and taking lead of the herd. Well, it doesn't look like that shuffle, lasted too long. It looks like they're all starting to check each other out now. All of the cattle are very curious about the new addition here, and I think they'll be settling in just fine tonight. So I'm really glad that their little scuffle didn't last as long as it sometimes does in situations like this. And hopefully they'll all be able to just start settling down pretty quickly and then just enjoying, having this new guy on the farm with them. So we feel pretty good that this herd is, settling okay. We went to go check on the heifers, and looks like they settled in just fine. But as we were watching these girls, the other herd came back, and we were shocked to see that the new bull ended up going through one of our electric fences. He not only went through one of the tension wire fences, but he also went through this temporary fence that we had blocking off a water that we need to get fixed. So that really alarmed us, and made us want to check our fencing again, because clearly the shock isn't working, and it wasn't enough to stop this new bull. And one challenge with having new herd is that not all cattle are accustomed to electric fences, and so all of the new guys and girls that we got have never been around electric fences. So it's expected that they're going to test it, but it should shock them, and they should learn pretty quickly, and that did not happen here. So we got our electric fence voltage tester out, and sure enough, it was not reading any voltage. So that told us something was wrong. And we realized right here, this old box, the unit that was charging our electric fence, somehow died. So quickly, we had to run out to Tractor Supply, get a new unit. Thankfully, the store was still open. We were able to get one, and we had to run back and immediately install it before the sun started to go down, because it could have been near disaster if we didn't realize that the fence was not working properly, and we have all these new animals that could have easily gone through it during the night, and I just don't even want to think about what could have happened. So, lesson learned, always check your electric fences. Even if you have animals that are used to it and you don't really have to worry, it's good to periodically check. Especially check your electric fence if you have new animals arriving. So we learned that now, and we got this corrected. So we are relieved, and we can now get the rest of the farm chores done here and call it good. So I think this was a pretty successful day. I appreciate you joining us on our constant adventures here, and we will see you on the next one.